Cats have a certain reputation for being cold and uncaring. With their disapproving glares and judgmental glances, it's easy to think they hate us. But it seems that kitty cats might love us more than they're letting on. Some of our feline friends have even become unlikely heroes. When there's catastrophe, perhaps a furry friend will be there to save you. Hey guys, welcome to Furry Feline Facts, a perfect catalog of cat stats. Today we're talking about fearless feline heroes and 10 incredible moments a cat saved its owner's life. If you're not already a follower of Furry Feline Facts, meow is the time to click the subscribe and notification bell. If you are, give yourself a round of applause. Okay, enough kidding around, it's meow or never. Number 10. Tara. This incredibly courageous kitty stepped in to save her 4-year-old human from a dog attack. The Triantafillo family surveillance cameras captured the act of bravery. A dog approached the family's front yard and grabbed little Jeremy in an unprovoked attack on his driveway. Tara was quick to leap into action to defend the toddler, fighting off the dog. Tara is seen flying into shot and chasing the dog away at top speed. Jeremy's mother quickly arrived on the scene to attend to him. Once Tara is sure the dog is long gone, she is then seen coming back to Jeremy, as if to make sure he's okay. Move over, Catwoman. Tara is our new favorite feisty feline fighter. Number 9. Pudding. When Amy Young went to the animal shelter and adopted a ginger fluff ball, it was just meant to be. That very same night, the aptly named 21-pound cat Pudding knew something was wrong with his new owner. She was having a diabetic seizure, and Pudding leapt onto her chest. When Young wouldn't respond, he swatted her face and bit her nose until she was conscious enough to call her son Ethan for help. As soon as she did, Pudding went one step further and jumped on Ethan's bed to wake him up. Young told the Green Bay Press-Gazette newspaper at the time, "If something or someone hadn't pulled me out of that, I wouldn't be here." Pudding deserves all the treats forever. Number 8. Missy. The normally unaffectionate, aka grumpy Missy started acting strangely with her owner Angela Tinning. Missy started getting up on Angela and pawing at her chest. Angela noticed some pain in the spot Missy was pawing at, so she saw a doctor. They found precancerous cells and Angela underwent surgery to remove them. But that isn't the end of Missy's medical clairvoyance. 2 years later, Missy started acting strangely again, pawing at the same spot as before. This time her owner was given a devastating breast cancer diagnosis and had to have a mastectomy. But it was caught fairly early, and if it wasn't for Missy, her owner said she wouldn't have seen a doctor for a long time. And the outcome could have been much worse. Missy's mysterious insight might have saved Angela's life. Number 7. Masha. When Irina heard the usually placid local stray cat meowing in her cold Russian neighborhood, she wondered if Masha might be hurt. She went on to investigate and was shocked to discover Masha in a box lying next to a human baby. Masha's motherly instincts seemed to have kicked in, and she had jumped in to keep the abandoned baby warm and meowed to call for help. The baby was quickly taken to hospital and checked over and was fit and healthy despite the stint in the cold. And Masha earned much respect and a lot of her favorite food for her heroic efforts. Number 6. Gracie. When Gracie started pounding on her owner's bedroom door in the middle of the night, it was very out of character. Kevin Shanahan awoke to the unusual noise and got out of bed to investigate. For some reason, he found himself struggling to breathe properly, and was shocked to find his wife Annette had collapsed in a chair, weak and disoriented. He called 911, and when firefighters arrived, they discovered a dangerously high level of carbon monoxide in the home. Gracie was praised for alerting Kevin to the fact that something was very wrong with Annette, and if it wasn't for her instincts, the couple may have never woken up. Number 5. Crimean Tom. There are a few cats who've made names for themselves in wartime, including Crimean Tom. During the Crimean War, British and French forces captured Sevastopol from the Russians in 1855 after a year-long siege. While searching cellars for supplies in the town, Lieutenant William Gare found a dirty cat atop a pile of rubbish and decided to pick it up and bring it with him. They named him Tom, and he began to live with a group of British officers. The soldiers were running low on supplies and at risk of starvation when Tom led them to a food storeroom that had been hidden by debris. He went on to lead them to various other hidden supply caches and helped to save them from perishing. He was brought back to England as a pet, and it's said that after his death he was stuffed and can be visited at the National Army Museum. Number 4. Tony. Robin Lawson's cat Tony was meowing strangely in the middle of the night. It wasn't a normal meow. and when Robin awoke, to her horror, the house was engulfed in flames. There was thick smoke and flames around her, and she could hear Tony, but couldn't find him. She had to escape the fire without him and stood watching her apartment burn, sick with worry for her beloved cat. Firefighters arrived and eventually she heard them yelling, "They got the cat!" When they found poor Tony, his belly and paws were on fire and he wasn't breathing. But he was revived and made a full recovery, much to Robin's relief. Tony the hero. Number 3. Tommy dialed 911. When emergency services received a strangely silent 911 call, they decided to go and check it out just in case. When they arrived, they couldn't believe their eyes. They found Gary Rosenheim had fallen from his wheelchair and couldn't get up. But the most perplexing sight was the cat sitting by the telephone on the floor. Gary had been trying to train Tommy to dial 911 and always set the telephone on the floor within reach for the cat. But he wasn't sure the training had worked. That is, until Tommy dialed 911 and saved Gary. What a smart kitty cat. Number 2. Tiger, 4 pit bulls. When 97-year-old Sophie Thomas was tending to her flowers in the garden, she was suddenly surprised by her neighbor's 4 pit bulls. They surrounded her and began to lunge at her, and while she tried to fight them off by giving them a whack, she was terrified by the 4 dogs. Luckily, her brave little cat Tiger lived up to her name and leapt into action. She fought the dogs while Sophie escaped inside to tend to her wounds. Eventually, Tiger came back to the door, injured but safe, roaring with pride. Number 1. Homer, blind cat attacked intruder. Homer was just 2 weeks old when he was abandoned. An advanced eye disease caused the poor kitty to lose both his eyes. He was likely going to be euthanized, as people are kinda hesitant to adopt a completely blind kitten. That is, until his savior Gwen Cooper became his forever mom. He settled into his new life well, and despite his blindness, lived a happy life. Then, one hot Miami night, Homer began to growl and woke up Gwen. There was an intruder in the house, attempting to rob her. To turn things on their head, the cat burglar was then attacked by this brave blind boy. Homer scratched and bit the intruder and chased him off the premises. There has since been a book written about Homer the Blind Wonder Cat. He doesn't let his disability get in the way of living his life to the fullest. Well, there you have it. 10 incredible moments when cats' heroic acts save their owners. Who would have thought that cats might not actually hate us after all? Or maybe they know it's in their best interest to keep us around to give them food. If you are moved by these heroic felines, hit the like button and let us know in the comments if you think your kitty would lift a finger to save you in a crisis situation. And if you love cats regardless if they love you back, make sure you subscribe to Furry Feline Facts, a perfect catalog of cat stats. Hit that notification bell to make sure you don't miss any cat-tastic content. See you next time.